Hey folks, PlayStation 9 here, and today I have a massive update video for you guys today. First up, I have a few announcements to make, and then I'll be showing you a stack of games I got new to my collection. The first announcement I'm going to be making is tomorrow I'm going to be making a video looking back at my earlier videos I've made in the past 3 years. Because tomorrow is my birthday, and that was the day I've made my first video back in July 2016. I got my start in making movie reviews. I reviewed some obscure horror, fantasy, or sci-fi movies before I moved on to make collection videos and stream some games. And then I'm going to be live streaming some Days Gone. But don't worry guys, I'll get back to making live streams for Crash Team Racing. I haven't played that in a while since I last streamed it. Then I'm going to be doing a series of live streams for both the original and remake versions of the Spyro trilogy. And then I'm going to be having myself a marathon of Hulk videos. First up, I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite episodes of the Incredible Hulk TV series with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Then I'll share my personal thoughts on both film adaptations of the Hulk, starting with Ang Lee's Hulk, and then the 2008 Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton. And I also forgot to mention I'm going to review the 3 TV movies that Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno made before came the 2 movie adaptations in 2003 and 2008. And then I'll be live streaming some Hulk games, starting with the forgettable Incredible Hulk, the Pantheon Saga for the PS1, then the Radical Entertainment Hulk games from 2003, from the 2003 Hulk game into the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, and then I'll be streaming the 2008 Hulk game version. And that's it. Now that I've made my announcements, let's jump right into what I got for my collection. Now these games are all PlayStation games. I have 3 PS1 games, 1 PS2 game, 8 PS3 games. 6 of them are in collection packs, and 5 PS4 games. Now, before I show you those games, I want to show you something I got from the mail. It's not a game, but it's a PS1 game case replacement. Though I never had a case for it, but that is a replica jewel case of the 1996 release of Resident Evil. Got this for $10 on eBay. Looks exactly like the original release, and it does, and the disc fits nice and tight there. So yeah, definitely happy to have this from my game. Alright, let's jump into the stack. Now, all three of these PS1 games I got are from Bookman's. And the first one I'm going to be showing you is a 1999 third-person shooter from 989 Studios called Siphon Filter. This is the first Siphon Filter game they made. I'm just making sure that you see it without any glare. And here's what the inside, including the disc, looks like. Here on the back of the manual, you get an advertisement for Twisted Metal 3. I tested it out on my PS3, and it works like a charm. Next up on this stack is a 1997 3D Realms game, and it's a PS1 port of the original Duke Nukem 3D called Duke Nukem Total Meltdown. Long story short, this game was the first-person shooter my brother and I ever played, and we played this when we were little kids back in the late 90s when my father introduced Duke Nukem to my brother on PC. And from what I've heard, my father said for us to keep it a secret from my mother. Those were the good old times. And this game is a classic after all. I still remember the time my brother and I first booted up this game on PC, hearing Duke Nukem say, "Let's rock." Alright, the last one out of the three PS1 games I got from Bookman's is the game I'm finally going to replace, and that is the 1999 Appaloosa shoot 'em up game from MGM Interactive called Tiny Tank. Like I said in part 3 of my PS1 game collection, the disc I have doesn't work at all. So thankfully I finally found a copy of it, tested it out on my PS3, and it works. Thankfully. Haven't really played this in a long time, so yeah. I'll let you know what I think of this game when I get a chance to stream that game. All right. Next up, what I'm going to show you is the only PS2 game I just got recently, and it's from Zia. and that is the Blitz game from Universal Studios called The Mummy Returns. This is a movie to game adaptation. Stupid glare. And it's from 2001. I love the first Mummy movie. The Mummy Returns. Though it is not as good as the first movie, but I still enjoy it overall. Here on the back of the manual, you get an advertisement for Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, which I also have in my collection. The third movie, that being Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, isn't a good movie. And though it's not I wouldn't say it's a bad movie, but for me personally, it still doesn't hold up. At least you get a few returning actors. Still get Brendan Fraser and John Hannah from the first two movies. And the reboot with Tom Cruise, I gotta be honest, wasn't really a big fan of it. But I'm definitely curious to see how this game is for me. Alright, now to get into the PS3 games I got. First game I'm going to be showing you is what I got from Zia, and that is the 2008 id game from Activision, developed by Splash Damage and Underground Interactive. This is an MMO first-person shooter game called Enemy Territory: Quake Wars. It also has a training with bots simulation in it. And as far as I know, the servers are down for this game because Activision are no longer partners with id Software, since it has been acquired by ZeniMax Media, who owns Bethesda. Only tried it a little bit. It was okay. It was just a blind buy for me. Next up is a PS3 game I got from Bookman's, and that is the 2007 sci-fi first-person shooter from Midway called Black Site Area 51. I've only played the demo of this game long time ago, back when my brother still had his Xbox 360. And the game is powered by Unreal Engine, the same engine that Gears of War, Unreal Tournament, and many other games run on. Here's what the inside, including the disc, looks like. And there's no cover art in the inside, but on the back you get a little access code for hints and cheat codes for other Midway titles. I doubt it'll work, because you know Midway has been bankrupt for more than a decade. Ever since they've been acquired by Warner Brothers. I love the 2004 remake from I love the 2004 remake on Xbox. So Definitely curious to see how it is for me. Next up is a collection pack I got from GameStop. And it's produced in 2010. Originally, it comes with 5 games, but it came with 5 games, but sadly, this only comes with 3 games, and that is the God of War Saga. Honestly, I was never big into the God of War games, but I'm probably curious to see how it is for me. Heard some good things about it. I do like a little hack and slash. I'm not sure how it is for me, but it might be decent. After all, I do like me a little hack and slash. I've loved the first and third Devil May Cry games. Next up is another collection pack, and it comes with all 3 Killzone games on PS3. This is the Killzone trilogy, and the third one is compatible with PlayStation Move. When I first got it in the mail, it never came with a disc holding slide, so I had to go through my DVD collection and find myself a new DVD slide. The first disc would have been broken. It would have been badly damaged, but thankfully it works. I tested it out. Though it had a few scratches, but it still works. Only a few little scratches. I've only played a little of the first Killzone long time ago, when my brother's friend brought along the first Killzone for PS2. And I've only played a demo of the second game. I never played most of the... I have not played most of the Killzone games. Nor have I played the last one. But I do love me some first-person shooter games. So, yeah. Definitely curious to see how it is for me. Alright. In case I forgot to mention, God of War originally came with the God of War Origins games, that being God of War Chains of Olympus and God of War Ghost of Sparta. So again, I'm probably curious to see how these games were for me. If I enjoy the first game, I might think about getting the Origins collection. Alright. Now to get into the PS4 games. And the first one I'm going to be showing you is the only PS4 game I got from Zia. And that is the Resident Evil Origins collection. This comes with Resident Evil 0 and the first Resident Evil remake. and it's released on the same year as the first Resident Evil's 20th anniversary. Here's what the disc looks like. Next up is what I got from GameStop, and it is a 2014 first-person shooter slash hack and slash game called Shadow Warrior from Devolver Entertainment, and it is a remake of the late 90s 3D Realms first-person shooter of the same name. The same guys that made the Duke Nukem games before the intellectual property was transferred into Gearbox Software. So yeah, like I said, I do love me some first-person shooter, and I do love me a little hack and slash. Definitely curious to see how it is for me. Next up is a double pack from Tripwire Interactive and Deep Silver, and that is the Killing Floor double feature pack. This includes Killing Floor 2 and Killing Floor Incursion, which is Killing Floor in VR. I do love me the first Killing Floor game. I mean the first two Killing Floor games. And this comes with the code for Mrs. Foster. So yeah, this is definitely a worthy bonus. I'm glad I got Killing Floor Incursion for whenever I get a chance to get myself a PSVR headset. I never experienced VR myself, but I'm really curious to see how it is. I might get myself a headset one day down the road. Alright, next up is another PS4 game from GameStop, and thankfully it was less than $10 if I remember correctly. And that is the 2015 survival horror third-person shooter called The Order 1886. I heard some mixed things about it, but from what I saw on YouTube, it has some really cool looking werewolf transformations in it. What I mean by mixed things, I heard at first the graphics look really good, but the game was really too short on length for a AAA game. Normally, I don't pay full price for whenever a AAA game is released or is upcoming. That's why I wait until they're on sale. And thankfully, one of which did come out recently, and it was on sale at one point, and that one game I'm going to be showing you is from 2019 from Ben's Studio, is a survival horror third-person shooter called Days Gone. Like I said earlier, I'm going to stream this game right after I do my video, looking back on my earlier videos I've done in the past 3 years on YouTube. This game might be decent. I never know until I try it out. So yeah, that has been my massive update video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Catch you later.